Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to make crepe paper rosettes. I know that you guys have been wanting tutorials from me, so you'll have to bear with me because this is my first time making a tutorial. So we'll just both learn as we go along. As you can see, I am not perfect at making crepe paper rosettes. This one I messed up. As you can see, like it's not aligned. So I'm going to teach you how to make them. There are 3 different ways to make crepe paper rosettes. One way is by hand, and another way I know that people do is by sewing them, and we're going to do it by hand, which is to me the fastest and easiest way. So you're just going to take some crepe paper, right? And I like to take, I don't really measure it out, so I just like to double up though. So I'll take, say, about a foot long, but double that, you know, like fold it. And sometimes I'll cut it with scissors, but other times I'll just tear it by hand because that gets covered up anyway. So what I will do is I fold it in half so that it's lined up and you can see it's a little bit thicker, right? And you start off by, so this is my right hand. You take your thumbs, you take the crepe paper between your thumbs and your 2 fingers, right? And so what I do to tell myself is I make a V. So I make a V towards my right thumb, and then, oh wait a minute, start somewhere in the middle, okay? Sorry guys. You start like on this end, okay? And you start on the end where you're leaving paper, like on the other side, because you're making a V towards the middle, towards your thumb, right? Then you make another V, and you make another V, always meeting in the middle that way. And then you try to make a circle towards the middle. See how it's staying aligned, and we're just making a circle. And you want to make sure you're keeping everything the same length. Make a V, make a V, make a V. So does that make sense, guys? Make a V, make a V, and then you'll see you're almost all the way around. Make a V, make a V, right? And then you take your stapler and you staple right in the middle. Sorry guys, I had to find my stapler. So you take your stapler, and once you know you're done, so you just lift up, and I can see that I've met the other side of the crepe paper, and you just want to make sure it's the same length, and you staple right in the middle there, okay? And then you'll most likely have excess because, like I said, I don't measure out how much, so you just cut off the excess. Right? And there goes your rosette. And then what you're going to do, or what I like to do, so that they can look a little bit more, not perfect, but, you know, a little bit more polished, is I like to take some, you can take any color, but I like gold, so I take some cardstock, and then you just punch out a gold circle. I'm not sure I have enough for one. Hopefully it's enough. Yeah. And then you put that in the middle. It was barely enough for a circle. But you put that in the middle there. Okay. So you glue that and then you glue one on the other side. So I have that here, right? And then how I made these, so I made these confetti rosettes. And I just think they're so pretty and so dainty looking. And how you make these is, so you can get any glitter mix. I brought mine from Pretty Mix Studio, which is an Etsy shop, and it's also a shop on Instagram. You can go to her Instagram at Pretty Mix Sequins, and she has an Etsy shop. She sells some sequins. This is the ballerina mix. So what I do is I just pour some of that on here. You don't need a lot of glitter. And then what you do is you'll take your rosette that you want the glitter on, and then you'll take some glue. Some people use hot glue. I don't think that that's necessary, especially when, you know, you want your glue to glue clear, to dry clear. That way it's not showing. So I take it and I go all the way around the edges, and it really doesn't have to be neat because the glitter will be covering it all. So do that all the way around. There. And then you're just gonna dip the edges in the sequins all the way around, just so your glue doesn't dry. And then you'll see us just arrange it once it's gotten all the way around, right? So you see all these like loose that are hanging loose kind of, and not like really on the glue anymore. It's kind of off the paper. You just want to lightly go over, and whatever falls out, you just let it fall out, right? So that one, we put a little too much glue. So, and then you just set it to dry, and then you move on to your next one. So, ooh, I messed up that center, but that's okay, because you just wait for the glue to dry, and then it dries off clear, and you can scratch that off later. But yeah, so really simple. And I'll do the rosette with you again just for practice. Yeah, so this is a really simple way to dress up your rosettes and to make them. For this one, I'm making them for an embellishment challenge. So she's asking for embellishments, and I decided to make her these rosettes. So, see, so you don't need very much sequins, as you can see. I didn't even put a whole lot on there, and I got 2 rosettes done. See? So you just set that to dry, and then yeah, you just set them to dry, and then that's your pretty glitter rosettes. And let's go ahead and practice more on how to do a crepe paper rosette. So like I said, I don't measure. You just cut off however much. And we're going to fold it in half like this. And you're going to make sure the long half is on this side, or whichever is your dominant hand. Whichever is your dominant, sorry guys, whichever is your dominant hand, you just want to make sure the long side is opposite that. And then you want to make a V towards your hand, your thumb. Make a V, make a V, make a V, make a V, and you make a circle doing that. It's going to take a couple tries for you to get the rhythm of it. So if you don't get it right away, don't panic and just keep trying. As you can see, I didn't do it perfect the first time I showed you that one I messed up on. Where was it? This one. So make a V and make a V, and I had just enough crepe paper. So see, that's the end, and you're gonna cut off where you tore, and then you're gonna staple the center. I'll clean up the glitter. But you'll staple the center. Just don't want it to. Oh, did I run out of staples? I ran out of staples. But let's try it again. Let's use some glue. Make a V. See how fast, once you get the rhythm, you just learn how to do it like really fast. But you're always going back to your first thumb. The only hand that's moving is the one that's making the V's, or in this case the ruffles. So okay, see if this works again. Yeah, see that? So even though you have a little bit that's like overlapping, you can always turn it over and, you know, make new, you know, make your circle, and then you know, cover both sides, and then it turns out. But I still think this side turned out a little bit better. If you want to even it out a little more, you can fold it, just arrange it the way you think, you know, looks good. And you can always glue them together, and that's your crepe paper. So this is a way to dress them up, is just by doing the little the glitter around. So yeah guys, I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial today. I'm sorry you guys, I was kind of everywhere. Like I said, it was my first tutorial ever, but it takes practice to make rosettes, so don't be too hard on yourself if you don't, you know, mix them the first time or get them done the first time. Just practice your V's and you'll get it, you know, you'll get it figured out. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.